Greetings, all. Greetings, my fellow collectors. Welcome to Kenzo on a Wednesday. What's going on, everybody? Um, we've got some fun tonight. I did forget to put my little night driving on, a little night driving music because I'm ready to cruise, ready to have a good time. Put it a little low, you know. Here we go. I get back to the chat. What's up? What's up? Allison Troy just had a cool little video, little dropped a little knowledge on us. Um, and as far as your question goes, I didn't get to answer it in the chat, but yes, absolutely. I think they should do that. They need to whatever figures that, whether they have to do a deep dive or whether even if they have to modify it to where there's no flipping in it, either way you look at it, I think it'd be something they need to do, because hey, the more the better, I have to say. There's nothing, you got to just keep putting them out. Nolan is here. Thank you, sir, for joining. I appreciate it. Mr. Ostradamus Toys is in the house, and Buddy Customs, my Buddy's Custom, says I'm here. Welcome, sir. And I know you didn't say it in that voice, I promise. He did not say that in the voice. Maybe. You might have. I won't quote you on anything. You may have used that type of voice. Mr. Motu Guru is in the house. Thank you for joining, sir. Welcome. Bigum is here. Man, we got a nice little chat group coming in. 5 minutes into the chat, we are having a good time already. So, I normally, I don't have a theme. I normally don't have anything that I really care about talking to. Like, I'm like, oh, let's just chat about bullshit. And I go from one thing to the next and I keep on going. But, hello, Carol. How are you? I do have something I'd like to talk about. Would be kind of nice to talk about something. And I think we need to add it to the stage. Let's talk about M.A.S.K, because your boy is super excited about what I saw today on the Loyal Subject Instagram. I thought that this is freaking amazing, that it is getting closer. Oh yeah, Bigum's got that Masterverse Panther, and I bet you're super happy with him because he is freaking badass. I'm looking at him right now. He's sitting over there right next to my Eternia playset, and he's looking nice. But, normally people don't jump into their theme or whatever they're talking about until later on in their show. But I don't really have anything that I normally do except blabber all the time. So for me, this is I love it. And I did go through Photoshop and I lightened up the photos a little bit just so we can kind of get a look. There was one thing I did see that was a little different that I thought. That second M.A.S.K character is giving me Stratos vibes. Oh yeah, he does. Oh, and this is a new thing that I just saw on StreamYard. I don't know if you guys had seen it yet, because it seems, I don't know how long it's been going there. But instead of having to do like this long thing with doing slideshows and all that, you can just add photos. And it's like, add a photo, add a JPEG. So you could just add a JPEG. What's up, all music fan? 88 is in the house. No, so you didn't see this. Okay, so let's jump over to the next one. Adding to the stage, welcome Matt Tracker. And like I said, these are not like a really clear shot because I tried to enhance the photos a little bit and kind of make them, I don't know, just a little bit lighter, because there's what they did was, it was a teaser. That's basically it. So I think it's one of those, let's see, that they were trying, and obviously we know that they're, this is what we have to So, so we have got. I was going to look to see. Yeah, because their picture is pretty jacked. So I'm not really. That's fine. This is going to be good. So anyway, so we've got the Thunder. I mean, and here, let me see if I've got it sitting somewhere. Whoa. Okay. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. It's got rear view mirrors though. That's a new thing. Mine doesn't have rear view mirrors. But it looks like there's a little bit of an upgrade. I think. Oh, something happened to my sound? Is it messed up? Hold on a second. Is it jacked? Or did I just walk away from it? Check. Okay. I think I just walked away from it again. Sorry about that. Tasty Cake is in the house. Is it still not working? Hello? Sound check. Sound check. Is that good? Let me see. Sound check. Is that good? Yeah, I think once I leave away from my I walk away from my microphone, it jacked up. I should have just not talked while I was away from the camera or away from the microphone. So this one is freaking awesome. And I know it's one of those where when we look at things and everybody got those orders, and I'm not saying anything negative, but this was my hope when those ramen toys came out, and I was waiting for something, thinking maybe one of these days. Wait, people making a video about you before you get to the topic. Oh, yes. So that My Buddy's Customs, that son of a bitch, he made a whole bunch of videos about me and told me I was stupid. And now I'm mad at him, so I'm going to start drama. Rawr. How's that? Commando inspired armor. See, you're telling me what to do now. See, quit telling me what to do. I'll do what I want. God damn it. All right, let's see. So we're good on the microphone, correct? We did solve that. I just walked away from it. Okay, we got everybody saying hello, sound check. We got Ed in the house. Ed, I'm trying to tell everybody that they better not make videos about me. My Buddy's Customs was being mean. No, just joking. Okay, so we're all good. Tasty Cake is here. Ed, we've got Tasty Cake is saying cheddar. I don't understand. Thanos Copter is here. Welcome. I completely lost the chat, guys. You guys are hilarious. So it's and see, this is why I have that setting on there, because if there's any outside sound, when I turn it off and then I go into your live, and if I open up a toy, forget it, man. Because all that, it takes away all the surrounding sound. I think there's little settings on this thing, but I don't know if I want to do anything about that, because if I do that, I don't know how it's going to sound. Let's see. Let's see. Because if I do that, I don't know how it's going to sound. That still sounds good. Okay, I changed it a little bit. Maybe this thing has a bunch of different settings, the Yeti or whatever. Renegade Biker. Hey there, Kenzo in chat. How's it going? I got my K2 Combo 3D printer today. I'm going to put it together when I get home. The printer is about 100. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even. Wow. That's ridiculous. But it's good. So that means you're going to be printing a whole bunch of stuff then, right? That's the one where you're going to be printing out the USS flag, right? All right. We got everybody just saying hello. Good on the mic. All right. We are good. No, I'm not a liar. You're a jerk, and I am not a Transformer fan, but I'm going to sell all my stuff and buy Transformers. So just stay tuned for that, right? I'm good, man. I'm good. We got it. Frankie is here. What's going on, Frankie? How's it going? How's it going? We're looking at masks. So we pulled up the first picture. I tried to bring up the color. I did not enhance it in any way to make it look nice and clear. I just wanted to pull up the lighting to it so we could see a little bit better. Douche up and roll out. How's that? G.I. Jetman is here. What's going on, brother? Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna douche up and roll out. All right, let's go bad guys. What do we say for bad guys? Oh, Miles. Look at Mr. Mayhem and his, what is it? Blanked on the name. What is it? Help me. This is funny that I'm such a fan, but it's been so long that I don't even remember. What is it? Because it's not just, let's see. Let's look it up because I'm a professional, right? Vehicle. So we've got, and I have it downstairs. I just haven't, you know what I'm missing on it is the, you guys, yeah, Switchblade. You already got it before me. I'm missing the helicopter piece. All Music Fan got me. I got it before I did. Yeah, Miles Mayhem. I remember the name. Oh, that good old movie. Oh my god. Featuring Cher, right? Or starring Cher, right? Cobra Mothership. Holy cow. That's ridiculous, man. 200 and 300%. Holy cow. Let's see. Scale articulation. So what I have actually heard, the most I've heard, Menhoza, welcome in. The most I've heard on that is that they said it was going to be exactly to scale as before. That we were going to do the same exact, the same scale than it was. So you're going to get like, you know, the little dudes. They're not even 3 3/4. They're smaller. But it's about the vehicles. I mean, it really is just about the vehicles. So then we will go to, I don't think they're making 6-inch. No, they're not going to do 6-inch. This is Loyal Subjects. The Loyal Subjects brand, they do kind of tend to make things a little bit smaller, but they said that it is, it's going to be the same size as before. So we're going to get those smaller scale items, which is good. I'm good with that but it looks like there's going to be little upgrades because look at this. I look at it over here. I see this one actually has rear view mirrors. So there's got to be small little upgrades because my guy didn't have rear view mirrors. I don't remember having it. No, they don't. So, so that's going to be great. And speaking of M.A.S.K, what's going on, Ken? Welcome in, sir, before you duck out. Look at our M.A.S.K stuff, man. Gotta get some M.A.S.K stuff. If you want, guys, if you want to know a little bit about M.A.S.K, if none of you have watched this show as a kid, go over to Toy Connections and check out his history videos. He's got 2 phenomenal videos about the M.A.S.K and the history of M.A.S.K and where it went and why it stopped. So pretty freaking cool. So head over there and look at that stuff. Good job, Ken. So next, like I said, we got the Switchblade now that we know, and Ken's here now. So Ken, you can help me out on this one. This, before you duck out, this is the first, I think this is the first one I got because it's the cheapest one you can get, right? And again, totally blanked on the name. Totally blanked. So if Ken is still here, Condor, yes, all music. Dude, you know what? I don't even have to worry about it. He's got it taken care of. Sight Beyond Sight is here looking at he came to look at the playset behind me. That's all he came. Bam. Look at that playset. It's beautiful. And of course, Frankie says that he hopes they start off with the Rhino, which of course then he just helped me out, which I did remember that one. That was the one I actually did remember. I don't have the whole line. I have parts of the line. I don't have everything, but here we go. So here's the one thing. Now, this one, I think they kind of messed with us a little bit because even when I light it up, it looks like they're going to screw with us and it's going to be black. But of course, when you see it and you really look, you can see that this is the maroon. So it does have that red. Yeah, I'm like super excited, man. So this one was Brad Turner. Yeah, this one was Turner. That one is our Matt Tracker, or Miles Mayhem. And this one is this one the Brad Turner, right? This one's Brad Turner. I'm sorry. So this one they have two, and then it has the secondary. When we were kids, I remember it just had a secondary tracker, right? Bruce Sato. Where's Bruce Sato at? What does he drive? He drives. Isn't he the Rhino Systems commander? I don't know. I need to maybe do a little research before I go live and start spouting off how much I love a line when I don't know anything about it, right? But it really does it looks awesome. So these and these are upgrades, right? This is different. Whoa, my little mouse got bigger. So these two are a little bit bigger. Or this is different, having this smoke coming out of the exhaust on top. Are you out here? Is she here? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's it. Okay. All right, bud. Love you. Call me when you're, or I'll see you tomorrow. I'll pick you up. Okay. Have a good day at school. Sorry, guys. I was yelling. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I tried to put my hand over the microphone so you didn't hear me. So it is Matt Tracker and Bruce Sato. Okay, so that's right. And it's funny because the only reason it clicked because I remember hearing the voice of the controller computer lady going, Bruce Sato, Rhino Systems Commander. Oh man. If you say gullible slowly, it sounds like orange. Okay. Everybody try that at home. So, all right. Let's see. They did make a headquarters playset. I don't know. They made the gas station, right? Which was the Boulder Hill, I believe. Miles Mayhem had the Venom helicopter. Yes, he did. Which is this one. And he looks, I don't know, he looks pretty cool. I have all of the Boulder Hill. Okay, there we go. What did I say? I said something different, didn't I? Say Boulder something. My buddy Wes had printed out a bunch of the actual control center pieces that was the round area where they're all seated, and it has the little screen, and he actually even had the computer on a loop. It was pretty freaking cool, man. Boulder as in, okay, gotcha. Wow, that's cool. It's cool. We got you. We understood it. We understood everything. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped though. This whole line is making me pretty happy, because as far as any other line that I could think of that besides the Thundercats, this is going to be the one, because I am like, yeah, this one is thick as hell. So I never forgot to put my hat back on. I was cleaning up and I forgot to put my hat back on. My DB hat with my Donkey Kong Beastman shirt. Got a little orange and blue going. But so anyway, how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody? Yeah, Canadian. There you go. Oh yeah, that is true. He did have one of those. Did they say just like Agent Tracker or something like that? Oh, hold on, let me see. I do have a Miles. I don't know why I have him sitting there by himself. Okay, I won't talk till I get to my microphone. But this one I printed. Of course, it's not the right one because it says M.A.S.K instead of Venom. But somebody had made these little stands, and they say M.A.S.K on them. But here's my little Miles Mayhem, because they are pretty small, dude. They're pretty damn small. Yeah, Frankie, I am with you 100% on that, because this part of it, as long as they make them look a little bit like them, I'm cool, because we really do know it is just kind of all about the vehicles, man. It's really all about the vehicles. I have a few of the later ones too. I don't remember any of the names. It's like I was really into the line and I was really into the cartoon. It was one of my favorites growing up. It's just the names and stuff, because it wasn't really about the cars and the vehicles and stuff. There really wasn't a lot on the action figures. Like all the names, sure. You know what? I can go back and talk all about Masters Universe and all the characters and all that good stuff. But when it comes to M.A.S.K, I loved it. But man, my memory really deceives me on this, man. I do have that one. Yes, I do have the 57 Chevy. And it pops up and it has the double wheels, and I have the driver for it. It has the fire on the sides. I still have that downstairs. I have of course, the Switchblade, which I'm missing one of the propellers for the helicopter. And I did find the 3D print file for it. So I will end up printing that eventually and get it going. And yes, they are MCR. This was today. They decided that they were going to, the Loyal Subjects brand release these pictures today. And they are letting us know that they are in fact going. And we knew it was coming. We knew they had the license and stuff. But this is their official, like, hey, we're coming. So I think they said it was going to be that they were going to have like a release, like in March. They were going to come through and show everybody everything. So Toy Ploy, even Venom helicopter. Toy Ploy's channel. I have not seen him. He repaired them. Well, and I know for mine, I'm just missing the helicopter propeller. I just need to print it and put it in. So it's just that little clips on there. That cartoon is great too, man. What's going on, Mikey? Attorney and Royalty is in the house. Toy Ploy taught me how to make Jedi robes. I'm going to have to follow this is it Toy Ploy? Is that how it goes? Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to check them out. They're saying that they're going to be the same scale as before. So we don't have to worry about could you imagine this being a 6-inch line? How big the vehicles would have to be? Holy crap. It'd be like, look at my Thunder Rock. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that one. That one I'm definitely all in. I don't care. Like I joked around about it in our little group chat, and I said, I will sell a kidney. I need this line. Probably not going to be that expensive, but I mean, even if you look at it now, Oz, can you just do the inflation thing for us and just go with the price like you did with Eternia and just tell us what it's going to be? My guess is what it's going to be like, what, $48 a set? Maybe $50 a set for the car and the little toy with the little action figure. Maybe 40. Yeah, give me Scott and T-Bob, man. That was another thing. I actually have a 3D print file, and it doesn't convert into the vehicle, but I have one of T-Bob doing the T-pose. And I've printed it before, but I haven't really done anything or painted it or anything. Corey is friends with Toy Ploy. Well, all right. I'm happy for Corey. Just kidding. Yeah, no, they would be amazing. But like you said, we'd be picking them up like first time on this channel. Elder Santos, well, we're just here talking about we're just here talking about Voltron. This is a purely Voltron channel. I'm joking. But I saw your thumb and I thought I pick up a lot of stuff. I cherry pick. So yeah, Helder Santos, we were talking about the new little teaser that they showed us today about the M.A.S.K line coming back out, which is freaking awesome. Oh, his friend needs a kidney. I say that in jest, damn it. I wouldn't really do it. Robert, what's going on? Anyone have a toy line? They went down the rabbit hole and regretted it later. Star Wars Black Series. Oh, the rabbit hole, I don't think I really went down too much of a rabbit hole that I regret. I did, however, just find out today, and I told Oz about it, and I was a little upset. I was upset because I am extremely pleased as a customizer, and am very happy and very excited about this. I'm doing my first custom 4-horseman. So I was able to just drop it in water and take it completely apart, like completely. And I know that you have all been in, the ones that have been involved with this have customized a 4-horseman figure before. But I couldn't believe how awesome it was that you can literally take it completely apart. Oh my God. Like, and it makes me mad because now I'm going to buy more Mythic and Cosmic Legions figures because you can just take it all apart. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't, like Masters of the Universe Customs. You've got, you've got a bunch of joints. You've got a bunch of stuff where you really have to kind of, get nooks and crannies. The 4-horsemen made it so easy on us to where see, here you go. No wonder everybody customizes those. Are you kidding me? So now I'm going to have to get crazy into that line for customs. Now, granted, this would be something that maybe I would just do to sell stuff, like do customs and get rid of them, because I love doing customs. And a lot of times when I did the sports customs, that's what I did. I don't own any customs that I did for the sports line because every time I made one, it was gone. People want them. So I was pretty happy about that. So yeah, no, M.A.S.K was so good, man. And you know what? It goes, like I kind of said, gone down this road before, but it's, with Masters Universe, obviously I'm a big Motu guy, but Thundercats, M.A.S.K, Voltron, like those, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all of those I watched all that shit. So it's not one of those where, I was a huge fan of all that stuff. So this is nostalgia, like huge nostalgia. Well, we'll see. We'll see how much they are. I don't think M.A.S.K, because command starts with a K. Yes, it does. A very odd misspelling, right? All right. Do you need the skids to the classic Cobra Fang helicopter? I don't have it. I'm dope. All the classic, or are you talking about the vintage? I don't have any of the old G.I. Joe stuff. I have none. I got some of the 25th anniversary stuff, and then I end up getting a lot of the classifieds, but no vehicles. The most vehicle I have the I have Serpentor's Chariot, I have the Trouble Bubble, and I think I have the Ferret. That's it. Those are the 3 I have for G.I. Joe. I agree. They would, but I think just the way that Machina line sold, and from what I've heard, it's not much bigger than the original also, is those sell. And just because, like with M.A.S.K, it's one of those where it might not sell as much just based on the fact that it's how much space do you have to have for each vehicle, unless you don't really collect anything else. Because for me, I don't know if I even the smaller line, I'll have to change things up again. I'd have to make room like I did for this monster. Bridazzle, hello, welcome. Welcome to the chaos. All right. Oz ruining lives, one Mythic Legion figure at a time. Yes, and you know what? The one that I did get from the hype, his sister bought from me. So there we go. Yo, Wraith Mace is the hammer. What's going on, Wraith? Welcome in, sir. How's it going, buddy? Wraith is, guys, if you haven't checked out Wraith Mace yet, man, go check him out, man. He's got, like, I have a Joy Toy figure because of Wraith Mace. I don't have any other Joy Toys or anything else, but I got me a nice Warhammer 40K figure to check out because I do see Wraith has such a passion for it, and I was like, you know what, I got to try one out. So, and it's pretty damn cool. They come with a lot of accessories, a lot of cool shit. The articulation's crazy, but his channel is so cool because he's got nothing. It's a lot of Warhammer 40K, but also, like I said, I like to tune in real late when he's doing his video game stuff. So I just sit there and watch. It's real soothing. He's got a good soothing voice. He's not like me where I'm all over the place. It's cool. Yeah, it would be, but when you look at the line, every single character has a vehicle. So a 6-inch line like that would be pretty crazy, and obviously would be super expensive. But I think for the loyal subjects, when you look at what they've come out with a lot of the turtle stuff, I mean, that's kind of what I know them for, right? Is turtle stuff. They did make some kind of off-sized He-Man stuff. I know they did like a big-headed, like almost like Funkos a little bit. But for what loyal subjects does, I've never seen them make anything really big. And I might be wrong. You guys let me know in the chat if I am wrong. But I think what they make, this is going to be perfect. Yes, nice. You know what? I think I did too. Honestly, I did for the cartoon collection, but I made the old blue one for the cartoon collection, and I kind of figured if it did come out for the cartoon collection, it would be the standard tan with just the white eyes, because that's what he looked like in the cartoon. But yeah, that's a good one. Have I printed the weapons for Reptilax? Yes. Are we talking let's see. I have some for, well, I have on Vipor. I have some snake stuff on Vipor. And I don't know if that's close to what Reptilax was holding, but then I got the little snake medallion. And this one's a glow in the dark. So I did this in the glow in the dark resin, and then I just kind of dirtied it up a little bit. But I didn't, on Reptilax, I don't have any printed weapons on him. I don't have any printed weapons on Reptilax, but I do have it on the Vipor, which I don't know if that's similar to what you were looking at. Holy crap, I'm looking. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we're just saying hello. Let's see. Wasn't the truck the biggest vehicle in the line? I forgot the name of the vehicle from M.A.S.K. Yes, that one was the Rhino. There was a van down by the river. I know there was a van that also opened up, and then like my buddy had that van. That was a Venom one, right? That was and then that cool black truck was, but it wasn't as big though. I think the van, the Volcano, was it? God, my memory, did it actually come back for a second and remember what it was? Let me see. If you guys are telling me, I'm sorry, I'm looking right now. See, M.A.S.K, Volcano. Because I was correct. Dude, I'm so happy that I was actually right. So this one was the next biggest one that I had seen, was the Volcano. Because it's got those big wheels, and then it opens up and it has the missile in the middle. Or actually, it's just a gun turret. Oh, cool. So the missile, I was kind of mistaken, because the missile is the one that's in the Rhino, which is going to be that one. So that opens and has that missile coming out. You can fire it. So that is actually really cool. So Allison asked, how's Warcraft? And Wraith says, gave up. They nerfed the crap out of my guy this patch, so I am taking a break for a bit. Oh, man. Warhammer 40K is too dark for Lego. They must be bootlegs. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did say that you got some Warhammer 40K Legos. I agree. Glad they went vintage scale. Save space. Yes. I mean, come on, man. Like, could you imagine having to get... I mean, I would love it. It would be great, but I'd have to give something up. I always look at it that way. Like when I looked at the Mythic Legions, the Cosmos Legions, I say, sorry, I would have to give up something in order to pick up more of something else, because Motu is my thing. Love the Insomniac stream with Cobweb. Yeah, it was cool, wasn't it? That was so much fun, man. We had a great time. 3D file for the Cobra Fang, Vintage version, classified version. I got some Jeff order. Dude, honestly, I think that whatever you got, I have a friend that might have figured out a way to get all of those, because he sent me everything. He sent me all the files for all of those. I was actually thinking about printing the trike for the Dreadnoks, because I have a lot of the Dreadnoks. The Dreadnoks are kind of my favorite in the whole line. And so I was going to print that trike because I have the file for that. And that is one of the ones that fits on my resin printer completely fine, that I wouldn't have to cut or change or anything. So I think I might print that one from those files. Do I have any cheesecake? I sent away my rogue cake. That one is on the way to the party who I got commissioned to make it for. They're being made, let's see. It's weird. They're being made by a real company, Linos, and they are close to Legos as I have seen. Well, that's pretty cool. That is really cool. Very cool sword for spike for pommel. Oh no, I haven't seen that one yet. My nephew big into Motu a few years ago. Now he's a 12. He's super into it. That is so awesome. Bought him a few Snake Men for his birthday. Man, you know what? Because if I could see my son in less than a year, because he'll be 12 in August, getting into Motu, I try. You guys see, I mean, if I was a kid and my dad had a room like this, could you imagine? I would lose my freaking mind. Like my dad was out pulling weeds, man. My dad was cutting wood. My dad was trimming the grass and trimming the trees and doing something. He's always work. He always had something to do. And I got to fix something in the truck, or I got to do something in the garage, or I got to, in the shed. He was always working. So he never had time. Like I haven't talked to him lately, and he didn't even really remember any of the shit that, like He-Man stuff. He's like, who's that? And I'm like, oh my God. So that would be freaking awesome. I would love to get my son into that, but he's into gaming. He's got his VR. He's back into the VR. He got a VR about a year ago, and he didn't use it for like 6 months, 8 months. And then his buddy got a VR. So now he's back on it like with a vengeance. And now he even made friends with a kid from Canada, from British Columbia. And so they're on there playing, and he's like, oh, this is my friend from Canada. And he starts doing South Park. I go, dude, don't make fun of the kid. He goes, no, I'm not making fun of him. I go, that they don't really look like that. Man. I have a lot of friends from Canada. They don't look like that. He goes, no, I know. I'm just telling you. I don't make fun of him. And I go, no, I know, but you got to be careful. Anyway, seen a Lego Amazing RZ on several occasions. Well, there you go. See, and I have zero. I don't even have a Lego at all. I could print a bunch of Legos, right? Legos would be easy to print. But I have a couple of the Mega Constructs. I have the Mega Constructs Eternia Tower, the one where, is it Eternia Tower? Or is it, because I thought it would be Grayskull, but it's the one where Adam turns into He-Man. So it's not Eternia, because the Eternia comes on its own, right? Ratlore to try to print. I have not. That's the easy answer. I haven't, but it's a pretty cool armor, I have to say. And that would be nice to not have to buy a bunch of Ratlores to use it. And then you can adjust the size as well. So if you wanted to make it bigger or smaller, you can. You know what I'm going to do, because I have some files from I have some parts from Faker Battle Cat that he really wanted me to scan and try to print. And so now that I've got my room situated, I'm like at 99.9%. I just need to do some cleaning in this little area, get it out of the way. That way I can do a cool little video of my collection room, which I might have to break it up into sections because it is so big. It's going to be cool. Look, invest in a 3D printer. Any suggestions on what kind to get? I personally, if you want to get into FDM printing, or let's put it this way. If you have a space of its own to print with, like if you have, like me personally, I have a closet, a very large walk-in closet, and I'm a guy. What do I need a walk-in closet for, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3D printers in there, but they're all resin. Resin printing requires a little different after work. So an FDM printer, which I have one, I just have not gotten it started yet, which is my own fault. But all of them are the Elegoo brand. I started with the Elegoo Mars, which is the smallest printer. The build plate is very small, but if you're using it for what I was doing, which was, well, at the time was sports statues, and then of course it went on to, you know, He-Man, like Masters Universe heads and weapons and armor and all that stuff. It's perfect. The next step up, which isn't that much more expensive, because you're looking at maybe $199 for that resin printer. The next step up, the Saturn, which is the mid-size, is going to be maybe 240 to 300. Build plate's quite a bit bigger, and maybe the 10-inch. But then the one that I have is the Jupiter, which is the monster of them all. And I think right now it's going for like six something, maybe 600. I think I got it on sale for 600 when it came out, when I got mine. And it's the Jupiter SE, because there's a regular Jupiter and the SE is a little easier to deal with. It's a little smaller. So if you were going to do resin, the difference with resin, once you print the resin prints, you take them off. You have to do a wash in 90% plus isopropyl alcohol. Or you can use, like, if you look at the Uncle Jesse channel, he'll give you a bunch of different alternatives, like super green or mean green. There's a lot of different types of cleaners, because he just had a lot of problems with the way that the alcohol made him feel as far as that. And sometimes it messes with your skin, or, you know, we want to mask up a little bit. If you don't want to deal with like the toxicity and all that shit of the resin printing, then the FDM printer is probably the way to go. Those don't give you the small details as much as a resin printer will give you. But from what I've seen, and even from Random Diorama, if you haven't gone to his channel, check him out. He's got a bamboo printer, which actually has like the different layers where you have different colors. It can print all different colors like once. And he'll tell you that it depends on the size of the needle that you're using. So like I said, I've never done FDM printing. So for me, I need to get it going, because it can print larger stuff. And for me, like, the bigger stuff I would want to print is maybe getting into like doing something with the cosplay helmet. That would be fun. Some of the weapons for Masters Universe, some of the larger scale stuff that Yurko has made, which Yurko has made stuff like this, the Collector. I printed a larger version of the Collector before the Collector came out. Before I even knew it was coming, I printed one out. Did it all on my own, did a different, like, even printed the figures a little smaller in there. I kind of did the whole thing. But I'd like to print something that he's made. Like, he's made the large scale, or the Filmation style attack track. If the ones that you have seen, Yurko's made those. He made the file. And you can fit origins in them. So, I mean, for me to print that on a resin printer, it would be very difficult. So the FDM printer has a larger scale. Excuse me. But the small, fine detail stuff, I would say resin. And I am sorry, I have to catch up with the chat right now, because I did go on quite a long little rant there. Cobra His Tank file. So I have that one as well. I do have the Skyhawk as well. It's just, I know those will not fit on my resin printer as far as that goes. Got some extra mythics I'm thinking about selling. Might be willing to give a local guy a good deal. Hey, buddy. And you know what? I also was that guy that maybe some of the master stuff you might have been looking for. If I saw them on the shelf, I might have cleared it out. So maybe we could do a little trade too. If you're missing anything on masters that you want, let me know, buddy. All right. What's up, Cobweb Collector? He's got to get ready for work. Hey, Cobb, we got a shout out for our Friday night show, that it was really good. So I think it was too. That was fun, man. So I think that's one thing I'm going to continue. It just happened on a whim where I couldn't sleep. And it was, of course, Grandma had passed and I was just awake. Like, I could not sleep. I couldn't just sit there and be alone with my thoughts either. So I did that Insomniac show. And you know what? I don't care if one person's in there in the chat or 15 or 20. I don't care. From 1 to 3 in the morning, we're going to end up doing that on Fridays. That's fun. Check out the review I did. I'm sorry, this probably happened a while back. I got 12 of the minifigs, 6 Grey Knights, all silver chrome down, Blood Angels. Dude, Wraith's got such a cool collection. And I'm telling you, Wraith don't mess around with any of that shit. And you know, the coolest thing about Wraith's channel is not just all the stuff he's got, but the editing that he does. And I know you put a lot of freaking work into it, but man, it shows. Like, it is so well done. Like, all of the everything you do, like the intro and just the stuff around your screen and all the stuff that you do. It's awesome. So kudos to Wraith Mace. You're the man. But Mars 5 Ultra works, but it's too small. Anything I have to print in pieces. Yeah, see, there you go. And the Mars 5 is actually bigger. I had the Mars 1, like when it first came out. Like it was a baby. So the Mars, I would definitely say it's worth getting the Saturn. The Saturn, if you're going to do resin, I would say the Saturn. And MCR, you'll attest to this too. If you can do it in a specific area away from kids, for sure. Some people are like, well, all I have to do is print in like my dining room area against a wall. Then I'd say get a freaking, especially like married with kids and all that. Then I'd say get FDM. And that would be like, I have an Elegoo. Well, they're all planets. So this one's the not Mercury. It's a bigger planet than that. So it's not a Uranus either. So I guess it would be the, well, see, is it the Neptune? I guess it's the Neptune. So I have the Neptune, which is the FDM printer. Wasn't Rhino's color like a burgundy? Yes. It was. And I think that's why I'm saying that this was like, seemed like a little teaser because it looks black, but when you see like this part here, it's maroon. And this part here, it's red. And this part here. So I think what they did was I tried to lighten up a really, really dark picture, and it just didn't have the color that it is red though, and or burgundy color. So I think we're not going to have to worry about it being black. I think it's going to be good. What would I get rid of hypothetically? Oh my God. I'd hate to say it, but because they only have, you know what I would end up doing? Because I really like the fact that I was able to put out my 2000X line. I have two shelves of 2000X that I've had sitting in storage. And I have 2 shelves of G.I. Joe classified. I don't know if I'd get rid of those as much of, maybe if you see here underneath, I actually made room. I could probably put another shelf here under the Cats layer and maybe put the M.A.S.K stuff. I would have to figure out where I was going to do with the Thunder Tank. But, you know, obviously this is that raised up table that I have. It has the automatic raise up and the hydraulic, which is, I thought this was probably my most genius thing in this toy room, was to put this on the lift up table so I can have it all the way up there and still have some space for something else. And I could put a full shelf under here and maybe use that for like a showcase for my M.A.S.K stuff, which would work. Maybe. But I don't know, Mikey. That's hard, dude. That's a hard choice. Like, I wouldn't get rid of Origins or Masterverse. Those are my 2 lines. Like, those are my babies. The Turtles, maybe I don't think I would get rid of them because they're done. So maybe the fact that I'm done collecting Turtles, oh, the God, but the Thundercats are coming. I forgot. And I wouldn't, those are the ones that I'm really excited about. So I don't know, dude. It'd be freaking hard. Can adopt me. Dude, you know, would you be okay with, like, I could get you a sleeping bag and you can hang out in the toy room? That'd be cute. I was thinking about just putting that, we even joked about it, but I was thinking about putting like a little camera in the corner and just having a 24-hour live running of it going back and forth in the toy room. So you can see all this stuff. Yes, no, I was a little shit with my toys, dude. So I lived in a very small town. We got everywhere on our bikes. I had my little Huffy BMX bike. Because the Diamondback, those were way too expensive. You know, I had the Huffy. But I lived right across the street from a ditch. So it was just a waterway that went all the way through, and it went to like the farmers out of town. And it went from, I guess it probably went from Lathrop Lake all the way through town, and then it went out of town on the east side for the, you know, all the farmers out there. But I went across the street and I took my toys with me. I was an only child. I say only child. I wasn't only child, but my sister was 4.5 years older than me. So there you go. I was either picked on or whatever. So I just did my own thing. And I had a buddy that lived up the street from me, and we would go across to the ditch and we would bring our toys. And so it was a lot of playing in the dirt, playing in the water. I fucked my toys up, in other words. So yeah, no. I always joke with my mom. I say, Mom, if you could have just bought me 2, and then saved the other one and kept it away from me. She goes, you would have found it and opened it. And I'm like, yeah, probably. Because we look at the prices and the cost of the stuff now. If we would have kept all of our individual toys in package and vintage, how much money we could be making off of them right now, right? But then we wouldn't want to sell them. We would just want to show them off. 5 and 7, all they want to do is play with Transformers and Origins. Bigum, you are doing it right. I guess, no, Merrick liked toys back then, but there was no Origins when he was a little youngster. So when he was younger, it was a lot. Dude, I kept them. I'm not getting rid of them because I learned my lesson. My kid did a lot of McQueen stuff. My kid loved the Cars movies. So I have about 4 bins full of all the different Cars vehicles. And what's funny is, of course, my son's on the spectrum. And we kind of had an idea, but his idea of playing with the toys was lining them up by color. So we'd have the room and all the reds would be here, the greens, the blues, and he would just line them all up. There was no playing. There wasn't any kind of stuff. It was just grabbing them, lining them up. So we had all these big sections of color all over the floor. So it was pretty awesome. America hat. Well, this one's a Denver Bronco hat, brah. Got my, yeah, buddy. Always representing my Broncos, even in those down days. Mega Construct can use Legos weapons. I found a very cool spear for my Beast Man. Oh, nice. See, and that's the other thing. MCR, you've got a 3D printer, so you know how easy it would be to downscale something too, though. Because I did a whole bunch of downscaled 3D print parts. Hold on 1 second. I know I can't talk when I'm not on the microphone. And granted, these are micro. These aren't like Mega Construct size, but these are like super micro. So I went and got all the vintage files that I had and I put them together, and then I need to print these one of these days. Some of them I got the weapons on there. Oh my God. The Cobra Khan is so tiny. And I think I showed these off in a prior one, but you weren't here, MCR, so let me show them off a little bit. Excuse me. So here's he's even got the pack. That's awesome. Oh, don't drop. King Randor. Come back, King Randor. And some of them still have the supports sitting there. I haven't clipped them all the way around. So Randor looks like he's got a mean hog hanging down in the middle. Okay, sorry. I'm going to go through again. PPTS had Cat's Lair up for sale. Sold out already. And it was going for $1,000. So, yes, scans. We got to do the scans, buddy. A lot of Motu prints from a guy on Etsy in the past. Really need to get the stuff organized. Dude, I'm with you. Oh my God. Dude, MCR, go check out my boy Tasty Cake. I joked with him today because he had a live this afternoon. I said, dude, what's the obsession with the Kit Kat thing? And he said a friend of his at work told him, Japan has this crazy orange Kit Kat and it's like special edition and all this. So he went on a mission to try to find it. He had our buddy Timescales went over there and he got the orange Kit Kat, but then he found out he could just get it on Amazon. And then he got another friend, the Candyman, over in the UK, and he sent over a bunch of different. So he's got all these weird Kit Kat. I go, well, I like Twix better. So, yeah, the Uncle Jesse channel. It is different, dude. It's not for like super professional. There's a lot better printer channels out there, but I like watching Uncle Jesse because it's a lot more entertaining because he's a goofball like myself. Like he's kind of similar to me as far as goofiness. So I like, keeps me entertained. So I like watching it. You imagine buying a printer and you end up with a small laboratory. Yes, exactly. And I'm the same way, dude. Like I got extra tables. I got extra shit in my room. So like I lean over to grab my clothes because I have all this 3D printer stuff on there. It's ridiculous. All right, let's see. You got to get a cosplay office. We meet up. Hey, you know what? Now that I got that if I can get that other printer going, that would be freaking awesome. Yeah, because US all we do is put freaking chemicals and dyes and shit, right? All right. Insomnia streams are fun. Man, I am so far back on the chat. I really apologize, guys. Yeah, you have to stay up for the next one for sure. Oh my god. You know, the only thing, Renegade, is I pulled up all the files that I got and I tried to put them on the build plate to see what they look like as far as scale goes. The only thing that I could fit on my build plate officially without having to get crazy and cut everything is the little drone that came with the Night Raven. So yeah, Jetman, dude, shoot me. I'm on Instagram as well. I think I've seen you on, have I seen you on Instagram? I think I might have, but if I haven't, get me on Instagram and message me, dude. We could bullshit about it because I've got so much. I started doing 3D printing, like I said, when the Mars 1 was out. So this was, what, 5 years? So I've been doing 3D printing for quite a while. I'm not a professional, but I do pretty good. So if you need anything, let me know, dude. Yes, Uranus is the largest. Crab salad came out again. Oh no. Is that so? It came out better than the mussels that mussels you made. Okay. Only print at night so I can open the windows to smell the resin alcohol too heavy after a while. And I have like a little thing to close that door that goes out there. Or close the closet area, but I agree. There's sometimes in my skin, I've got eczema, so sometimes even the gloves will make my skin kind of jack up in between on the webbing. Like I'll get a lot of rashes and stuff from my eczema, and that sometimes is just from the nitrile gloves. But if I get resin on me, dude, yeah, it fucks me up pretty good. FDM would be easier. I agree. 100%. I like the resin just based on what I print. Everything I print is right now is small to mid scale. Like I just did the battle bones. I don't know if a lot of people have probably already seen it, but let me show you real quick, just because, you know. Ooh, it's up there too. And it's kind of heavy too. I'm gonna grab it. I'll grab it for you. I'll grab it. People who haven't seen it yet. Oh. Okay. I just didn't want to mess up all my Princess of Power stuff up there on the top. Man, you must have a laboratory yourself. No seafood for me. Caca. I don't like seafood. Oh, cool. I'm trying to catch up here. Oh, what's up, Andrew from Gady's Toys? How are you, sir? Everything going all right? Saw you over at Allison's channel, hanging out, having a good time. Well, yeah, no, I buy more. Yurko, speaking of the man, I tell you what, Yurko's gotten me into trouble with that, where I bought that printer solely because of Yurko. I still need to get it going, like I was saying. But man, I tell you, I really want to print that Filmation attack track. And he's got it to where you can print the whole thing. It has the little mini attack track that comes out. It fits them perfectly. And then like with the resin, I can print a clear screen for the window. Like, yeah, I have got it already planned out in my head. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I need to get it going. Darn it. Let's see. Like I said, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really trying to catch up. Chance that Wave 4 and 5 could come out. Dude, I bet you $100. I'll bet you a wooden nickel. I'll bet you a wooden nickel that foot soldier that comes out's the last piece. That's it. We're done. Because it's going to the Thundercats. They're not going to have Thundercats, and they're not going to do that. I guarantee you, once that foot soldier King Hiss comes, that's done. I think there's no more after that. So that's my guess. So yes, hit the like, guys, if you can. That would be very nice. And if you haven't subbed, if this is your first time in the channel, this is kind of what I do. I have goofy lives on Wednesday. And then I have anything that I get new, I unbox. If you look down on my little list of videos, I do a lot of the edited videos where same thing, same goofiness, same everything. I do have that King Hiss Foot Soldier will probably be here Friday, according to my calculations. So I will have a video out Friday. If it comes Friday, I will do a video on it Friday. So stay tuned for that. I was at a lot of playing, smashing toys together. Well, you still do that, right, buddy? But sometimes with the assistance of some gummies, right? Yeehaw! It's a 6-inch flag. It's kind of intriguing, dude. Honestly, how crazy would that be, right? I mean, if a flag right now takes up a bedroom, you would have to literally put it in your garage and or figure out a spot, put an extra. That would be crazy, man. Mega Instructs so many of the Call of Duty ones. Oh, cool. And I remember Cobb was telling me that he went to the Mattel store in California, and they in the distribution center area, and he got the Snake Mountain for half price, because everything you get over there at that store is half price, which is freaking awesome. So yeah, those are pretty cool. I have like I think I put that one away, but I have like the one that was really sought after that had the pink Tila and the Faker, I think's in that one. It's like Battle for Eternia. I did end up getting that set. Upscaling is more fun. A lot of cool stuff for tabletop gaming. Yes, I agree. Especially, you know what I ended up doing as a buddy of mine when I worked at the prison, he was into Warhammer 40K, and he was doing the tabletop gaming and stuff. And he was coming to me with all these things that he wanted me to print for him. And finally I ended up just selling him my Mars. Because I wanted to just get the bigger one. So I was like, here, dude, if you're printing Warhammer for your tabletop stuff, you take the Mars. I'll sell it to you for half price or whatever, and you can use that. So, but yeah, the resin is phenomenal, man. Yeah, that would be a freaking challenge. That'll be a fun challenge, though. Allison, thank you. I appreciate you coming in. I'm sorry if you left already, because I'm probably so far behind. Yeah, see, look at timescales. He was doing it. He was his flag. God, I could imagine, dude, how big that would have to be. Weapons, armor, custom figures. Yeah, so the Saturn would be good if you did that. Chef M80, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Resin would be good for the quality and the look of that. But like, of course, I did show you guys already, but this one, well, I mean, I printed this whole figure out myself, but I printed it in like a clear green resin. And this is from that comic, the mini comic where He-Man's a snake guy and he's got that little horde thing. Of course, his weapon is the weapon from Necroconda. But yeah, so I did this, and there was a He-Man face that was available, and I ended up doing it with magnets. So this is the vintage style, but it's all magnet. But I ended up adding those bumps to the body and the arms, and I added the bumps on the computer before I printed it. And then, I don't know, this was the first one that was ever done too, because I made this literally a week after Josh did that comic. This one is, there was some people that have made the one in just standard green and they drew the bubbles on or painted the bubbles on. But mine, I ended up making bumpy and stuff pre-print, and it came out good. I don't know. I haven't shown this one off enough, I guess, but it's pretty cool. But it is vintage style, where a lot of those people were doing it in Origins. But that's the quality you get with resin. Like, that's really what it comes down to. So Chef M80 saying, good evening. What about the prototype of Skeletor Shredder that's going around? I've seen that, but it doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, they can't. What are they going to do? They're not going to come out with another line or another wave, not unless it comes out as like like one of the, like, what is it called? The deluxe figures. Like maybe it's a deluxe and it doesn't have anybody else with it. I just don't see any others coming out, especially because that Thundercats is coming soon, man. dude, I hope we get, so I hope it goes as deep as these guys are going with the Thundercats. Like, and then some. Like, I'm so excited for that. That is so cool. Timestamp to see how far behind you are. 8:02 your time. I'm like trying, man. He almost caught up to the chat. Oh crap. Oh shit. Getting close. Quickly type some more so I don't catch up. Faker Battle Cat's talking. Hey Mikey. Fast as fast can be. You'll never catch me. I love the gingerbread man. I was thinking the jackalope. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Look at that. Does the resin hold up for articulation? Honestly, I caught up. Yes. Oh shit. Hold on, I didn't catch up. The fun part of me tonight is unboxed Reality K2 plus 112 pounds. I get home from work in a few hours. Hell yeah, that's gonna be cool. For me, with my back, I would not be looking forward to that. The articulation for resin. Here's the thing with the resin articulation. I am not gonna be some kind of bullshitter and say, "Oh, it's great." Ugh. So a lot of times the prints can be a little bit more brittle depending on, especially like that clear green, very brittle. But I've used, so there's different types of resin. So I have some, and it's made by Ceratech is the company. And Ceratech makes, or Ceratech, they make different types of resin as far as like the durability and just the pliable type. So you can print tires and you can print things like that. I just got some blue because it was on sale. I always check with Amazon. The best one you can get as far as that's not going to be $100 plus. It's called Tenacious. Ceratech Tenacious. And it comes in like a clear, almost like a dirty clear, like a yellowish clear. And that stuff, you only want to put like 10% to your mix, like a 1090. Because if you do 100% of that stuff, you'd have to completely fuck with your settings, and it still is going to just come out gummy, like too much. Like I've tried it even 50%, and it was just like you can completely bend it in half. So the toughness and the durability and all that would be good for like articulated prints. I would still say 10 to maybe 15% to 85 to 90% of the regular resin. Then you'll be able to get it a hell of a lot less. Because sometimes with articulation, if you do a 3D print, it gets chalky. Like it'll scratch and it'll get chalky. And especially if you're doing joints like that, the way that they print them, or they show when I'm taking apart a Mythic Legions, I would imagine you can print all that and use it that way. But I would definitely say that higher end resin. Now that Tenacious is going to run about $60 for a liter. And I've actually got it on sale as cheap as like 45. The blue is normally about 45, and I got it on sale for 30 the other day. That's why I bought it. And it was a couple weeks ago. I just haven't opened it yet. But resin, and standard, just for a comparison, you can get a liter of resin for $16. Up $16 to $24 for that standard, nice, easy resin that works really well. Sunlu is a good brand because they have so many different colors, and everything that I've printed with Sunlu has been really good. And there's another one, even the Elegoo and the Anacubic resin is pretty good, and it's not that expensive. Dude, that's crazy. How much I don't know how much filament you'd have to get, like a roll the size of the stuff over the electric company when they're doing wiring for a freaking city. That's crazy. The Joe's HQ and the one for the Terrordrome, I have a 6-inch figure line file for the Terrordrome. Could you imagine how big that fucker would be? I guarantee it would be about as big as this cat's lair, right? Jesus criminy. Anacubic Tough, yes. I do usually use Anacubic Tough. Depending on the color and depending on what I need and like just what's on sale. I mean, I go through Amazon and I check what's on sale. I'll click it and it'll say, this goes on sale in a day, and I'll wait and then just check. Okay. Sorry, gotta burts up. I was watching another channel rant about boxes. Do you keep your figure boxes? No. Some of them I have. Some of the special edition ones I will, like the Once a Man Cobra Commander. I kept that box because it's cool, because it has that reflective, or that, what is it called? The, you know, where it changes from one picture to another. I know there's a name for it. I already forgot. But for the most part, I throw it away. All my Motu stuff. So here's what I'll do for my Motu stuff. I will get Masters of the Universe comes with that flat card back and then the bubble that you can tear off. So I have a lot of unopened toys in my garage in those black and yellow totes. So for me, what I'll do is, if I can pull off that thing without ripping it completely, I will just use that flat part of the backing, the card back, and I'll just put a stack and then just stuff it in my my tote. Masterverse, I throw away. Sometimes the Masterverse, I'll cut it and then flatten them down. The only way I'll keep them is if I'm flattening them down. I have this. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the box, because I do have, I think, I have a little shed area in the back of my backyard. And I was thinking if I could figure out a spot to like tuck it into the back, but the box for it is huge. But I ever thought, if I ever want to get rid of this thing in the future, if I ever want to change it up and not have Thundercats, which I don't see myself doing that, but, or even for my kid, or for later on down the road, if I end up uneventfully leaving and you know, or unexpectedly leaving, and somebody needs to take care of my shit and get rid of it, it would sell better with the box. So sometimes I do, I guess. Not all the time though. A lot of them I get rid of. Bought a cheap FDM printer and it printed that Skeletor. Came out good, but had issues with the bed after nothing would stick anymore. And see, you know, toys, I would, on that one, I would absolutely check the tutorials on YouTube, man. A lot of times if I run into issues, either I would contact the manufacturer and say, why is this doing this? Or some of those print groups. But a lot of times those print groups have those assholes where if you say something and you need help with something, they're going to just be an asshole. And I don't like dealing with that shit. So not that it matters. I have thick skin. I worked at a freaking prison for 9 years, right? 8 years. But it is one of those where those YouTube tutorials, man, I'll type in something, or I'll go to the good guys and I'll look some of the ones that I know that are really good at printing, and see if I can find out what the printer issue is and see if they have a way of fixing it. But I don't know how the FDM stuff works. I do know that the bed, sometimes people spray it with something. Sometimes they use like a glue stick, or like one of those old school glue sticks. I know I've seen some people say that works for them. GI Jetman. Oh, internet went down. Uh-oh. Too many toys, no room for boxes. Yeah, I agree, dude. And I'm not an inbox collector, so there's no way. I have a little section of inbox, and of course, I'm not taking these guys out of box. The giant Masters Universe ones, I'm not taking those out of box. But some of the ones that are more expensive, I'll keep in box. Like if I know, like, hey, maybe I should keep this one in box and get rid of it, you know, if I want to get rid of it if I need to. Pre-recording Monday and Tuesdays is fine. Live shows coming Sundays, and I'm rarely on TLTT, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, which is Doctor Who stuff. And I have no idea what's Doctor Who stuff. TNL Toys, welcome in. I love your thumb. That is freaking awesome. Look at this thumb. That is so cool. All the old villains, best villains out there, man. All right. And we got Wraith Mason still here. Gonna go relax and shower. By the way, I got to show you how to use Opus Clips. It's awesome. Half the work of making shorts and your videos and live streams. We got to talk. Absolutely, dude. I will get on there tonight and check you out, because the more knowledge I have, the better I am going to do, because I am like, you guys see me, I'm winging it. Granted, we're at an hour and 15 minutes and I've been just spewing at the mouth. So, you know, that's how I do it. Tried cleaning it and using glue stick. It didn't work either. I haven't been able to fix it and send it back. Damn it. Oh, so you did send it back. Okay. So did you send it back for a refund, or are they going to give you another one? Inbox figures are generally ones I haven't opened yet. Did I say that? Did I actually say that? Fuck. Sorry, dude. MCR, got to go. Bye, everyone. Great stream. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you coming, hanging out, and chatting. Always love chatting 3D printing stuff. It's fun. My thumbnail, I think, for 7 years now. It is freaking awesome. I love it. That is such a good one. That's like the best thumbnail ever. That's probably, I wouldn't change it either if I had a cool ass thumbnail like that. What's the go-to character that you could put water in the head and push down to squirt? That would be Cobra Khan. Or I'm sure Camel Khan did too back in the day, but Cobra Khan was, and it sprayed, always sprayed like my mom's hairspray, you know, like psst, it just gave you a mist. That was great stuff, man. Elmer's glue is okay, but so giant XL glue sticks. Okay. Oh, so you got a refund. Okay. So are you not going to get another one? You're just going to, what's going on, Ronnie? Trick shot coming all the way over from the land down under. Good day, everyone. Just checking in. Hope all is well. Hey, and you know what? I wasn't even trying to make a joke, but I always told him, I said, asked him, do you ever get sick of people playing that Men at Work song? Like, is it Men at Work? Yeah, right. The Land Down Under, where they say, you know, he just smiled and gave me a bit of my sandwich. And he says, no, he loves that song. And he is okay when people ask him about that. I'm going to get a printer. It's a bit of a learning curve with these. And so mine, like I said, I think the Elegoo for me, not just the resin printers, but the FDM that I've had, Elegoo has been phenomenal for the customer service stuff. It really, really is huge to have that, because when I had one of my printers and then they upgraded their firmware, and I was like, shit, my printer didn't acknowledge anything, so I was screwed. Well, it was late at night, and all I did was email Elegoo and I said, hey, what's going on? I need this. I don't know what to do. They sent me the link within an hour. They sent me the link and I was able to update the firmware. They walked me through it and everything worked fine. So for me, I think Elegoo is freaking awesome for their customer service. So I would recommend them. But I've also seen like Random Diorama. If you ever check his channel out, if you haven't, he's freaking that's another stream. I seem to kind of gravitate to those streams that are just chill as hell. Like Tasty Cake, chill as hell, man. I always go over to his channel because it's just relaxing. He's got that nice, calm his demeanor is very calm. Me, I'm same thing with Wraith. I love how Wraith is, no matter what. He could be in the middle of like murdering, I don't want to say that word on YouTube, right? He's destroying somebody on his Warhammer game and he's just all calm about it. So I kind of like that. But Random Diorama, the same thing. If you go to his channel, he does Friday night videos. That's kind of what I watch before I go live. But he does just diorama videos. He does a lot of foam cutting and painting and stuff. But he has a bamboo. And Bamboo actually sent it to him, which is, man, I want to get to that status one of these days where I get some of these sent to me to try out, right? But he swears by it, and he really does like it. So, but he also has an Elegoo printer, and he does like that one as well. Mr. M.A.S.K's new episode. I jump on all the customers. I gotta. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, no, M.A.S.K, man, he got that. What's his name? Oh, Voltec, and he also got the King Hiss one that I'm getting on Friday. So yeah, I don't like watching those I'll watch his Voltec, but I won't watch his King Hiss one because I want to do mine first before I watch it. Then I'll watch his after I make my own. He just gave me a Vegemite sandwich. I thought it was a bite of my sandwich. What am I thinking? See, look, you guys all know. Oh, the duck's nuts. They're awesome. Well, see, and I can't even get the words right, man. Can't you hear the thunder? It's chill and oddly addicting. I agree. That's where Timescales and I met, was at Tasty Cakes channel. Reverend Amagon. Dude, honestly, I do. And even if it's not for myself, like if anybody ever wants any, let me know, man. Like we can work together. I can work out a trade, or we can, I haven't really you know what? After watching Random Diorama on a Friday night, right away I got on Amazon. It was like 2 months ago. I bought a big thing of foam and I bought a foam cutter. And I was like, this is so cool. I want to do that. And then I'm looking around going, where are you going to put a fucking diorama, dumbass? Like, where am I going to put it? But I mean, even little things like rocks or like pillars, or for Motu, it's easy because Motu, you're going to get just like, like rocks. Like you're going to get jagged rocks. You're going to get like maybe some of those odd trees. Even like, speaking of Home Arcade, Home Arcade's got a lot of those. And I know he got it from one specific person, but he's got a lot of those little rocks and trees and stuff for Eternia and for Etheria. And it's freaking awesome. And he just has them kind of spread out. But of course, he's got the background too. I mean, that's just freaking awesome all the way around. Yeah, I see. Bite of my sandwich, or he just smiled and gave me. See, I thought he said bit of my sandwich, and I was completely off. So I'm like the guy on the commercial where they're talking about pour some shook up ramen. She's like, shook up ramen? He goes, yeah, when you need a cup. And then there was like a video. It was like a commercial for like something that gives you lyrics if you're looking for lyrics to a song. Any idea what Vegemite sandwich was? See? No, I still don't. I don't even know what a Vegemite sandwich is now. I didn't even know he said that. That's how bad I'm doing it. Purpose. I remember this happened with One Dart. Probably. I remember Paul got he got a bunch of One Dart at Paul Mart before anything. And, I know Home Arcade orders a lot of stuff from Paul Mart too. This might have been one of those where he might have got something and got rid of some, and he was able to. We all at the beginning when I don't care because he's not getting anything really early at this point, but at that point, the guy that works at Frankensons was getting so much stuff early. And then when people would do the videos, because he'd say he can't make videos, and we'd say, well, I got it on eBay. Well, I got it on this, or I got it on that. But I did see it for sale on Macari. So obviously we all know he got it at Macari. But I think the dude was selling it for $150 too, man. So crazy. I chat with our regular, and he's always on top of getting something. Yeah, no, me too. I do too, man. Here's custom hats, a few other things. What are you waiting for me to announce it? I actually do have those actually from Boojaboo. I'm part of his Patreon. So we actually talked the other day because I had done the Rio Blast and I put the He-Man hat on him that I had printed, and he had messaged me. He goes, "Don't worry, man, the Rio Blast stuff's coming next." And I said, okay, cool. So as soon as I get that one, I'm going to start printing that stuff too. So yeah, I've printed some stuff, of course, from Home Arcade. And I think it's just like, for me, it's like the pace that I work at and the pace that Home Arcade works at is so different. Like, I feel bad because I am not at a pace like he's at, man. Dude can bust it out. And I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. Like I finished that custom. Oh, hold on. I finished this custom last week, and I sent him the parts for it. He just hasn't painted it yet. But I did finish this 2000X Clawful last week, and I did all the, kind of got some. This one came out really good. I was happy with this one. I did not use the covers that they made. This was from Aliencito. But I didn't use the shin covers because they kind of went all the way up over the knee, and I kind of was like, oh, this looks cool with the boot top. And I painted that the blue, and a lot of it has like a metallic mix to it. You can't really tell with this lighting. But this is I love the 2000X line, man. Anything that we can make that's going to look more 2000X, I'm all about it. I agree. Next day, I also thought it was a bit of my sandwich. See, yeah. I was a youngster. I was only 2 in 1980, so come on, man. Song mess up with AC/DC. Dirty deeds done with sheep instead of done dirt cheap. It's done dirt cheap, right? I got that one correct, right? There we go. Yep. Vegemite is Australian condiment. It's made out of some weird meat. Gross, man. Baltic will probably be up soon. Yeah, I agree. 150, I'll wait. Yeah, country gentlemen, welcome in. I always see you on X, so welcome. Yeah, I agree. It's, you know what, I've reached a little bit sometimes to get something early, and obviously it's for content. I mean, Home Arcade busts out that content like nobody else, and I commend him for it. And he even says, if I gotta put some money down, and he always calls it, if I gotta pay to play, then I'm gonna pay to play, because everybody knows, and especially like, when Toy Habits is putting something out, 9 times out of 10, it's because Home Arcade has it in hand. So he does figure out ways to get it. I'm surprised there's been a couple times that I got something before him and it was like, what the hell? But even stuff that I got that I thought, hey, this was a good little find. And then Home Arcades, I told him about it. He goes, oh, yeah, I got one coming too. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like the Too Bad. We got the Too Bad from a guy in Canada. And he had a bunch of them. Like I don't know how he got them, whatever. I don't really care. But it was like a week before Comic-Con was going on. And he put them on he put them on the Facebook group. He was selling them for $150 for the Too Bad set. I think it was $150. Maybe it was $100, $120, something like that. But it was obviously 1 or 2 times the amount. So I bought one because I knew I was going to get them on Mattel Creations. Luckily, I still did get the ones off Mattel Creations. Some people didn't because it went so fast. And then, of course, worst case scenario, I could have tried to have Mikey get me one when he was there because Mikey was at San Diego Comic-Con. But definitely, he's the guy that gets everything early. And you know what? Good on him for that. Yes, you better run. You better take cover. All right. Vegemite is a thick, dark brown Australian food spread. That sounds fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. I cussed. Got my $1 on the first order. I got 9. Holy crap. On the first, so that's before they went, because they didn't have a limit for those? Shit. I got a few. Oh, you mean before they hit Mattel Creations? I think I got those just standard. And actually, Wondar was the one that I painted before it came out. I didn't know if it was coming out, and I painted it because obviously the Zodak top was easy to do. Eric Perryman, welcome in. Vegemite is very salty spread and can't be sold here in the United States, only Australia. Interesting. I don't know if I'd buy it. Anyway, make a few customs here and there. Use some O2 vintage fodder parts. Well, and I mean, and that would be something to where sometimes those are a little harder, like because the articulation and stuff like that. But I know a lot of times for me, like if I know that I'm going to end up eventually using them, I ended up getting like 6 or 7 or no, because I did get Buzz off too. So I think I got 5 of the Naked Stratos because they were 5 something. I think they still are on Big Bad Toy Store. And then I got 5 of the Buzz off because the Buzz off, I was going to do more customs of this guy. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, he's not too far. I was going to do more customs of this guy. One of my favorite customs that I've ever made is Moat Man. And got the articulated jaw on him. So what's funny is that with him, I made the body out of, I had the file for Modi online. I found a different head than the one, or actually these are both from that second Modi that came out. But I got the torso online before I printed it. I merged these files on Mesh Mixer. And so this is actually the Modi body from the file that I just merged together with a regular torso. And then when I made the head, I kind of made it different to where I had to drill out the bottom and cut the bottom to make it to where I could move the jaw. You got quite the underbite. But this was one of my favorite customs that I did. And I have the other one, I actually had 2 of them protecting the central tower of Eternia. But if you know, I know TNL's he knows that Arcade talked me out of one of them. So I still have to make another one. But I did buy a bunch of Buzz Offs to make those customs because I liked how the Buzz Off. Oh, I don't have the Buzz Off legs on this one. Holy crap. That's funny. So this is one of the first ones I made. But then I started using Buzz Off's legs because it has those bumps on them. So I got a bunch of Buzz Offs. I didn't get too many Sorceress because I did find a lot of her at Walmart for cheap. But yeah, I always get a lot of those cheap fodder. Like the fodder for me is going to be that stuff from Big Bad Toy Store that's like $5.50. Made from leftovers, brewer's yeast extract, and various vegetables and spice additives. Man, Faker Battle Cat coming with the knowledge, man. That doesn't make it sound any better. Big Boss Toys. What would you charge for prints like the Battle Bones or Third Wall? Ooh. Dude, honestly, I couldn't even imagine what, like, I would really try to even make it for pickup because the weight on that sucker, dude, it'd be so freaking heavy on both, because I know that third wall is insane, like, and it's heavy. Honestly, I couldn't even at this point. I wouldn't even be able to tell you as far as what I could do, like, and it would depend on the type of resin, like if I was going to use the clear resin like I did with that one, or if I had to do any type of different, but if it was painted or not, that would be another big thing. Oh man, you know what, Big Boss Toys, I will try to go back and try to crunch some numbers to see, because I know it took a freaking long time to print those, lots of hours on the printer, and just the weight themselves are pretty crazy. So yeah, no, Country Gentleman, see, that's the thing, I'm with you. And there are some times that I've done it as well, just to get some out, like, but for me, the only ones I I can pretty much guarantee I'll get, not always before him, but most of the time, is Masterverse, because he only buys Masterverse to do customs into Origin. So Cobb and I go back and forth with getting stuff early with the Masterverse stuff, because we try to get stuff as. And what's crazy is the reason I've been getting stuff early on Masterverse, it's because Entertainment Earth's been shipping them early, so that's even be better. Origin will fit with Masterverse. I mean, not really, because I mean, you're looking at a 5.5 to a 7-inch figure, but I do think they're probably going to have a Rio Blast Masterverse come out. Like a new Eternia Rio Blast, I bet they will. Next month, coming in March, they're going to have that big release where Mattel's going to show us all the stuff that's coming for the year up until Christmas, usually till the end of the year. So we'll see what else they have in store, but the Rio Blast, it's going to be too short, too stumpy for Masterverse. But you can use the parts if you want. I mean, there's always ways. Definitely, there's always ways. I remember that Rise of Evil I wanted, paid $70 after the price tanked. It was everywhere. Just got to wait. Well, let's talk about that. Faker Battlecat, you still here, buddy? So that's actually how him and I met. We were in a Facebook group, and I wanted that Rise of Evil. I couldn't find it. So I was going to offer a flocked Panther, because both sets were $40. And I said, cool, I got a flocked Panther if anybody wants to do a trade. Faker Battlecat comes into my inbox. He's like, I'll do that trade. And I'm like, cool, great, because I had 2 of the flocked Panthers and I had none of the Rise of Evil. So we did that trade, and afterwards I'm like, oh my God, what a stupid trade, because then, yes, it was everywhere. But then after that, about a month or 2 or 6 later, the flocked Panther was everywhere for $12-15. So it was an even trade, because both figures were sought after for a little while, and then both figures tanked. So that's actually kind of funny. Vegemite goes great. Oh, come on, Greg. Ooh. Nasty. I've always got 3 people trying to get my Mattel creation stuff. Me and my wife and my homie. Yeah, you kind of have to, right? When the comic book Triclops came out, I had myself, and I asked my sister to get on there, and I ended up getting mine, but then my sister still ended up getting some. So I ended up getting 4, because it was limit 2. So I did get 4 of that one, which was a good one, because especially that one was gone like in no time. And then Koldar, I think I got Koldar on my own. I don't think anybody. The other one that I had somebody help me out with was that 40th anniversary Masterverse pack. I wanted that so bad, and I was so worried about missing out on it, that I had my buddy that worked at the prison. He actually even he was working at that time. I was off that day, but he actually went out to the parking lot and got in his phone, and he ended up getting one for me extra. And I still got 2, and then he got me the extra one. So I ended up getting 3 of that. Or did I get 4? I might have gotten 4 of those, but that was probably the one that I really had help with, that I was happy. Vegemite sounds nasty. I'll stick to smothered burritos with Pueblo chilies. Hell yeah. Love that shit. Oh no. But then Diddy and Mace took that song and ruined it, right? This way I sell my extras and I have money to buy more than 2 stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, I just did that the other day. I got in. Now, granted, this was because of like my job and because of my earlier really bad way with money, is that now I'm trying to bridge the gap before I can start working. So I ended up, I got a lot of those mermen from Turtles Gray Skull at Walmart, because they got like cases of them at the Walmart that I went to. And I posted them on there for 85 free shipping, and I sold 4 of them within an hour. Luckily for that, because then the next day everybody was talking about the ones that came from Germany for $50. So I probably wouldn't have got the same amount of money. But at the same time, the people that bought them were really awesome. And they kind of were like, yeah, I'd rather help out somebody than, because this is one of those where I have this toy channel, but there's might not be some new stuff coming. I did get that one figure as far as the King Hiss, but it might slow down as far as what I get, because I have some inheritance coming, but that's really kind of it until I start working. So I really have to be picky. Like I have to go into Ross and not buy anything. Like I don't even go to Ross anymore. Like I walked in the other day, I found a couple things. I did not buy them. I actually bought a My Pet Monster dog chew toy for $5, which was pretty cool. But my dog, she still won't play with it. Printing Eternos like Mr. Marquette has. Well, yeah, no, that I have the files because that's a Yurko print. If I wanted to do it, I would have to use the FDM printer, and I still haven't gotten that started yet. Once I get that started, that might be something. But again, after getting this is going to take up so much space. I got Eternia over here with Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull, and then all of these figures everywhere. And then the Mondo section, I wouldn't have any room. I would love to, but it would be the room. That would be the thing that kills me. Hands are finally free. Was making yummy. Ooh, now see, Greg, you shut this muscle shit. Get the hell out of here with that muscle shit. Brick's got it made right here. Woo, ribs, baby. Love me some ribs. I love a Vegemite on some buttered toast. No, buddy, are you serious? Are you serious, Clark? Kenzo, do you think that wetsuit will ever come out before Hasbro totally give them change? I think so. No, I don't, dude. I think they're pretty. I mean, well, then again, I don't know. Like, say, you hear all these stories about Hasbro just going to gaming and just like renting out their license so other people can make their shit. Which I hope. That would suck. That would kind of suck. I have to say. I know my music a little bit. Man, 40th pack didn't feel it was worth 150, and I was just recently went down to 105. Still too much. Yeah, I guess wait. Are you? Oh, you're talking about the 4-pack? Yes, I did buy them also just because at that point I was all in. My 40th pack I was thinking was the Skeletor He-Man Masterverse one, the one with the, the die-cast weapons. That's the one I was like really wanting. But I did end up getting 2 of those He-Man ones, so I spent $300 at that point when they first came out. And that was, I remember a lot of people that didn't get them at the time, they did end up getting them buy one, get one free. So they got both sets for $150, which was awesome. They only did that for like a couple weeks, and it was obviously worth it for them. Missed out on the comic Triclops with Coldar and Rock Dude didn't mean much to me. My friend did get Camel. Yeah, the Rock Dude, he was probably on the list of my most disappointing figures. Definitely. Figure Battle Cat, I will remove you from this chat. You get the hell out of here saying that shit. Count Chocula, I broke his arm. I got 2 of them though, of course, because I'm stupid. But I opened one and I went to just bend his arm a little, and that freaking thing snapped right at the elbow. I was happy. I had 9 Coldar. Need some good money. Those, hell yeah. No point in doing it. See, $1, no point of doing it anymore. Now they're pretty available. Yeah. Getting figures, they don't really sell out anymore. See, and it's all about timing. And I know Faker Battle Cat, you will definitely attest to this because you are so into that and good at that. Faker Battle Cat is like the master swapper, trader, sales. He does a lot of that stuff. Like his whole fun for it isn't just the thrill of the hunt, but it's the thrill of the sale or the thrill of the trade. Timing is everything. So like a lot of times if he sees something Masterverse is coming out or he hears about it coming out, he'll throw that classic up before all that comes out, because he knows he's going to get better money before the Masterverse come out. Because once Masterverse comes, people that collect that 6.5 to 7-inch line, they'll go, well, I could get it in Masterverse and it'll be okay. It'll be a lot cheaper. So he'll get rid of his stuff before Masterverse comes out. So, because of course he's got a lot of those classics. I know, Guru, we got to take him down, man. You don't say anything about that. No, he does. He just jokes. And you know, if you ever want to check with Emerald Night Photos, because John came over and he had a slopper at Coors Tavern with me in a schooner, and he definitely approves of the Pueblo chilies. Woo, that Pueblo chili, so good. Live in New York, so we don't have much room in this apartment, and getting mojo over here is very hard. I bet, dude. I bet. That sucks. That, you know, that's one thing that I do not take for granted. I know I live in a smaller city, but as far as the collections go, I have 2 decent Walmart stores. The Target sucks here, but if you go drive up to Colorado Springs is a half-hour drive, and they have a lot of good Target stores over there. And the Ross stores are pretty good. But I don't take for granted that I have a lot of, you know, that I can go shopping for something. It's not going to take much. And I don't have to drive too far. I mean, you can get anywhere in Pueblo in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So it's really not that bad. So I definitely don't take that for granted, because, yeah, bigger cities like that, A, it's harder to get to places. B, it's harder to find things because, and it's just, toys aren't a big focus anymore, really, anywhere, right? Yeah, Eternia is a monster, man. And I know a lot of people that, some of us were lucky enough to get it opened, because some people, they leave it in the box because there's no room anywhere. I remember Thanos had it in his living room for a while, and I think he was able to get it in that new room because he found an extra area to be able to use his toys. Bought a few classic figures. They really are nice. Details and paint apps are well done. I agree. When you look at the best of the best, the only downer on the classics is going to be that pin. You've got pins in all of them. But I have, so, and I think I've showed this a couple times, but so 1, 2, 3, well, 3.5, because this is a mix of Masterverse and classics. But these are my classics racks. So these are kind of a hodgepodge of everything. I have the good guys here and the bad guys down there. And then this is like the movie line and just some other random ones. And then I got my Joes down, well, there, you can't see them. And then Masterverse, then Origins, and Masterverse on the good guys. So I kind of have them a little bit organized, but I will do a whole room tour when I have it completely cleaned up. Who's the Thundercats on your Cats layer next to Snarf? Looks like a polar bear. Yeah, this is the, what, Snowman or Iceman? I really wish they would have gave us Snow Meow with him, but he's in that Hook Mountain one where Lion-O freezes up and he saves Lion-O's life, and he has that cat with him. And he talks like that. He says, "Oh, Snow Meow, where is Snow Meow?" But he's pretty cool. And I got him real cheap. A lot of times, Super 7, now this is all before the Cats layer. Now that the Cats layer is out, they're not really doing too much as far as discounts go. But a lot of these I end up finding on sale on Amazon for like $30 or, you know, 35. So they've been pretty good. Still in the living room. Oh, I'm sorry. Vintage is in the new room. But the fact that Thanos has the vintage is the part that's freaking awesome. Skelevator did a Snake Mountain commission for Eternia, but ended up trading off because he just did that. Yeah, because he didn't have room for it. Yeah. And his Snake Mountain customs are freaking awesome too, man. God. Check out Skelevator shit if you guys haven't. I'm sure everybody knows who Skelevator is, though. Any popular songs that were sung and by whom in 1985? Dude, years? No, if you gave me a tune, I could name that tune right away. But like we did that the other day. My mom had her Alexa playing music, and we ended up finding a station, and my brother-in-law and I were sitting there, see who could guess the song first on, you know, and I did pretty good. Pretty all right. But I don't know about years, though. That'd be tough to find out. The dreaded 2010 Mattel pins. Oh, yeah. They were so bad, dude. Like, it looks cheesy, man. Like, I love this. it's still, and I think I bring this out almost every live I have though, right? But this is still will always be my favorite He-Man made. I mean, the vintage, yeah, okay, yeah. Besides the vintage, it's of course it's so much nostalgia. But overall, the way they made this one, this is my absolute quintessential He-Man. This is the guy. But yeah, the pin is lame. But I absolutely, the head sculpt, everything about this one is freaking awesome. Like I said, the pin, I'll get over the pin on that. That's fine. Get you stuff early. Yep, film content. That's truth. Of many classics because they were very expensive at most Masterverse figures. And you know what? We had that show on the other night with Cobb and I, and a lot of people kind of sat and agreed. A lot of people don't, but Masterverse is so good, and especially lately, they have been doing so good with the new Eternia line. The one thing like that Evelyn is almost perfect, and they end up screwing up and not doing the double jointed elbows. They just put it to a standard, which was a little weird. But I'm sure they were probably just using an old tool or something. But like the new Beastman, the new Merman, the new Skeletor, Battle Armor Skeletor, so good. The Skelcon, even that flying or battle flight, not Flying Fist. The other He-Man, damn it, not Flying Fist. Thunder Punch He-Man is really, all of those are really, no, it is Flying Fist. I'm sorry. So the Flying Fist He-Man's good. Even that newer version of, I guess it would be the Revolution Battle Armor, but all the new Eternia stuff, I got that new Eternia Roboto, and it's so good. If you guys check that video out that I did about Roboto, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's crazy. They're actually making him evil in this one. Just like they made Jitsu a good guy in theirs. Granted, a lot of people are like, I'm never making Jitsu good, but that's the way it goes. Sell and wait for your second item for retail. Yeah, you're right. Once I leave the state, I find everything I'm looking for. Yeah. No, I bet. Dude, especially being in New York, I bet that's got to be tough, man. Cool to take an Origins Panther and paint it white, like Snow Meow. Yeah. And you know what? There was so many that we were able to get, even an Origins Battle Cat, because that Battle Cat, granted, I think we got more of the Masterverse Battle Cat because those were end up being at Ross. And I think even Faker Battle Cat got one for like $3. Or was that Stridor? Maybe it was Stridor. But a lot of them are going for $5 and $6 at Ross. But those were the big Masterverse ones, which probably would be a little, well, yeah, it would be too big. But the standard would be a good one. And they were cheap. I think they were $7 at Walmart at one time when they were finally getting rid of those cats. Because I do have a few of the Battle Cat in box still. The Gospel of Masterverse. I'm with you, man, and I love that you guys are doing that show, man. I am like jealous of you guys making that show because that is the perfect show. Because there are so many people that just don't know about Masterverse and don't and kind of, I think it's such an underrated line. Like everything about the new Eternia stuff is just spot on. It's good shit. The new Lynn is amazing. That even that. The goddess, the Tila, man, the snake one, like just the sculpts are beautiful. Like the faces are so good. Like these are cool figures, man. And of course, this one is from the Revolution, and it's even got like the little snake tail behind. Like these are just, I think these are super underrated figures. I am huge fan of Masterverse, and I am happy to say that once the one I had ordered a while back, I ordered the vintage Skeletor from the same place that Cobb got his. So it should be here pretty soon. Once I get that, I am completely 100% caught up on Masterverse. I do have every single Masterverse. So I'm happy about that. That was one that I'm happy. I'm all in on those for sure. I'm almost up on the two Origins ones that I think we've talked about already, though, is the duplicate one with Leo Faker, and then that first He-Man Adam set. I didn't get those two, and that's it. Otherwise, I'm caught up on Origins. New Eternia Roboto reminds me of one of those terms. Yes, absolutely. You get that top part off, and that skull face is just so cool, man. It's so cool. I've yet to take Masterverse Plunge. I've got the 40th He-Man Battle Cat. I'm classic snob. Dude, if you've got classics, though, and I'm not even going to argue with you on that one because classics is the best, I think. I love classics. There are some things with classics because of just their dated articulation, yes, the pins and the ankles. Sometimes, man, I have a lot of issues with some of the ankles. Like my Triclops has such a bad fucking ankle, man. It's just like fall over if I don't like have him leaning on something. But they go so deep, dude. The deep dives that they have on those are so freaking cool. The fact they got the Fearless Photog, come on, dude. Like, I've got a bunch of those, and the fact that they visited a lot of the new adventures. Again, underrated as far as the toys go. And if you don't try to shut your mind off and just open your mind and watch New Adventures for what it is and not try to make it into the first He-Man set, you will enjoy it. I promise you, you will enjoy it. It is seriously awesome. Brick, anytime, I would absolutely love to. Like I said, I know you guys already had a thing going, but man, the fact that you guys are doing that line, and honestly, like I said, it is at this point my favorite line. It is absolutely my favorite line. So absolutely, anytime that you will have me, I would love to join. Absolutely. So let's see. Two of the songs, if I missed Mr. One of the songs. Okay, and it starts with the take these and learn to fly again. The Golden Wings? Broken Wings. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. Right? And then Tupac stole it and made a song about, something about, some things will never change. Changes, right? Tupac stole the beat in the song. Love Masterverse so much I can't collect everything in Origins. Has the vintage feel. Nostalgia hits me so hard. I'm also much further into Origins than Masterverse. See, I kind of was deep. I went order for order on both when I was getting them. And that's kind of probably, my irresponsibility with money. But when it was new, I'd get it. And I would do Origins and Masterverse. And it's just something about Masterverse that, and plus, I know, buddy, you branch off a little and you're getting some of the Four Horsemen stuff too. But it's just, I don't know. And that new Fisto, forget it, man. This is so good. It is so good. Like the Man of War is so. It's not my favorite, but it's still cool. That new Merman is phenomenal. The new Horde Trooper, dude, the fact that they made it big and bulky like that, dude, that's the way the Horde Troopers should look. Like, that is so good. I want all the damn Teelas so much, dude. We talked about that the other night. Thanos, it was like, why couldn't we just get like a 3-pack with all of them with that Havoc Teela would be so cool, man. I love that Havoc Teela. Warning though, I got my first thumbs down on the first episode. Into the Masterverse is not universally loved. Man, I don't care about that shit. You know what? I could imagine. I mean, I have to look and see how many thumbs down I have, but dude, I'm so all over the place, but I don't care. I have fun chatting with you guys. I have fun bullshitting and sharing what I know and sharing what I don't know and learning stuff from you. And I just love all of this stuff. So if I have, as long as my chat is like this with you guys, all these cool, because my show isn't shit without a chat, right? I'd just be sitting there going, okay, well, I guess I don't really have anything else to say, because I feed off of what you guys say. But if other than just the people in my chat are watching, if I'm not having anybody else watch, it won't matter, because I am having fun with you guys. So that's kind of the way I look at it. The Masterverse Battle Cat and now Panther are huge figures. I think they're the biggest next to Mondo. And, I think the upgrade to the Panther was so good. Like the drop teeth and the eyes on those, like just the look of it overall. His armor is phenomenal. The saddle is cool. I'm looking at it right now. It's got that cool skull face with the horn, and I love what they did to that Panther. The Masterverse Battle Cat. Once you got the first one, and of course, because it's been out so long, and because there were so many that we found at the discount stores, and even Target had them on sale for $11 for a while at my Target. That one, and then the Battlefield Origins with He-Man and Battle Cat with their little blood, their little blood cuts on them. But they had those for $11, both sets, and they were both $40 and $50 sets. But then once Ross started getting those Origins Oh my god, dude. Sorry, Masterverse. I think I probably have like 10 Masterverse Battle Cats. Why? Because not only do I have a problem with collecting, but when I see something that's freaking $6 that I saw for 40 when it first came out, and I just throw it in the basket, like, and then I go again, it's there again, and I throw it in the basket, and whatever, that's ridiculous. But I thought in my mind, I'm like, ooh, custom. Ooh, I can make a custom. I can do this in a custom. And so the only custom I did with it, I ended up doing that one I was going to do for He Skeletor. But I didn't stripe it, which I screwed up because I didn't stripe it. But I ended up printing those boots a little bigger to try to fit it. They don't fit perfectly, but yeah, you can see they're falling off. But these are the boots that I had the file to print for Origins, but I made them a little wider, and they go over it a little bit. And then I did the black. So I was going to do this for the Masterverse He Skeletor that I customized. And you know, he's getting older and moved him a lot, and painting this soft plastic, you've got to do it a certain way, and I didn't, because this was early on. This was like back when I got my first few. So like here's another custom cat that I had finished early on too. Is this, I didn't get the Leo and the duplicate, so I made my own, and I tried to get it like meaty and put the metal parts kind of sticking out. And then I did the face there, and I did get the thumbs up from Joe Amato, because I was like, I know he was the guy that started it with Copycat. And after I posted it and I gave him a shout out and said, this is obviously the first one was Joe Amato, and he gave me the thumbs up, said he liked it. Joe and I have talked quite a bit too. He's a pretty cool guy. But these are glow in the dark. Normally, obviously, they'd be silver, but I decided I'd do glow in the dark parts instead. Yeah, you know, something different. But I like how it came out. I'm pretty happy with it. But I do need to start getting into customs a little bit more. Classics Marzo. See, I have a Marzo too. That's a good one. With his little jewel. Jeez, 90%. So you know who else does? Wraith. Wraith, I think, is 100% caught up on classics. He's got all of them. That's crazy. But even 90%, I got it. How many is that? That's insane. I don't drive because I'm disabled. My Walmart sucks. My Ollie's is okay. That's all I can get to. Oh, man. That sucks. That really sucks. Especially because, like you said, you can't get to where you're going because it is so hard to get there. When I joke about, like, when I tell I got to drive 15 minutes to cross town, and it's like almost like a joke, because for me in a smaller city, 15 minutes will get me all the way across town, where 15 minutes in New York will get you 2 blocks. Like, it's crazy. And especially, you know, being disabled and not being able to do it on your own and trying to figure it out, even getting there. I know even for my small disability, because they only gave me like a 20%, which is pretty stupid the way that my back hurts all the time. But even going and hunting, sometimes it's like by the time I'm done, I get home and I'm like, oh God, heating pad right away. Let's go try to stretch it out or something, because it's not fun at all. Broken Wings. Yeah. See, look at, looking forward to more into the Masterverse. Hell yeah, dude. I love that first episode. The K song is called Kyrie. Okay. All right. Let's see. No, I'm not a master. I could tell you what, me and my ex, my son's mom, she was the one that got all the music answers right, and I was the one that got all the movie answers right from the 80s. So that was our good little thing, where if we did a trivia night together, we would kill it. Yeah, I agree, Frankie. That's why I'm saying, like I say, jealousy and all that, but when he says that, dude, I would be freaking honored to be on that show, even as a guest. You bring me on there, I'd be so happy. I can't collect everything, but I love the Origin Masterverse. I see people collecting everything, and I can't see. And I try to I cherry pick the lines that I enjoy. Like, I was lucky enough to find all the lions at Target in Colorado Springs, and I think I had like some Target card money that I could use with it, and I paid a little bit less, but I was able to get all the lions so I can make Voltron. But I'm not getting any more of that. Obviously, that's all I need. I'm good. I got the one Voltron. I'm happy. The Joes, I do have a lot of classifieds, but it's kind of the same thing. I don't have all of them. I cherry pick what I like. Sometimes I'll get what's on sale, especially with Ross. Thundercats, obviously, I'd been collecting because I had ordered the the Cat's Lair when it came out, but I knew obviously it was going to take a while. So in between that time, I was getting, if I had money here, money there, I would get a Thundercat here on sale. I'd find them cheaper on Amazon, and I would cherry pick some of the. I still need to get the twins, which I'm kind of sad. But I'm glad they're coming back out. Big Bad Toy Store is going to re-release the twins. And I didn't get the cats for Mondo, so I couldn't even put them next to him. I wish I could, because I would if I could. But yeah, that Mondo is gigantic, right? More classics Battle Cat print for Masterverse. Do you have a more classic Battle Cat helmet print for Masterverse? I mean, I have the old Panther one that you could print for Masterverse, but Battle Cat, because that one, yeah, I guess that one is kind of. I bet you I could probably get the classics Battle Cat helmet from Faker Battle Cat and get it scanned and try to get one exact. Faker Battle Cat, what's up? Let's do that. Faker and Duplicate too. Yeah, I mean, it is the easiest one, right? Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Usually Walmart, literally no Motu in their stores. Yeah, and I've got one the one that's closest to me dropped the Motu line, which sucks, and the Joe line, and sucks when they're canceling everything. I know they canceled my vintage Skeletor, the one I ordered second. I didn't realize I had already ordered it a while back, but that one's still on order. But the second one they end up canceling. Yeah, it's not bad, huh? Come on, man. There's too many films with that, right? Oh, in the 80s? Because 2 of them were 79, so it would have to be Empire Strikes Back, because the other ones were in the 70s, or was Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back both 80s? I think those were both 80s. Order Vintage Skeletor, Zodak from Walmart, and both yes, they canceled mine also, Guru. So I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do there. Cobweb Collector found a Skeletor on a Spanish site, and he ended up getting it. So he said it's 100% legit. So I ordered it from there also, and I'm just waiting for it to come in. But the Zodak, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the hell they're doing. 94, we had Garbage, Color Me Bad. The next year was No Doubt, because Gwen and Eric's sister graduated that year. You know, the one that that was at the graduation, were you guys talking about? Did I miss that? Did I miss did he say that was at? Was playing it? Oh, during the graduation night. Okay. Yep, exactly. Empire Strikes Back. Yay! In 1980. It was at Disneyland. Oh, okay. They do grad night. Well, my graduation night, no. My graduation class was 48 people. So I don't think there's any kind of graduation night. Just a bunch of keggers. My graduation was a bunch of kegs, man. A live concert Disneyland 77. 30-minute long version of We Are Family. We are family. And I was not born yet. I was born in 78. Woo! That is pretty cool. That's actually, when you think about it, that probably saves a lot of lives, Brick. I mean, obviously the people that are going to go drinking and do stupid shit probably won't go to that, or they go early and then head out and do stupid shit after. But I mean, when you have things to do that are like an activity that's got something, especially Disneyland, yeah, it's going to take up a lot of the time, and they're going to enjoy it, and you're not going to do well. For me, I was in a small town. I just jumped from friend's house to friend's house. We had one sober driver who wasn't a graduate, was the year before us, that was taking us to places, and we got hammered. That was it. That was our graduation night. And a lot of the parents are like, if you come here, either leave your keys or if you have a driver. So we'd have that one person that was a year younger than us was driving us around, not drinking. So yep, that was what we did. Yeah, that's cool, man. Especially till that late, by then, everybody that's hanging out, by the time you get to your cars and get to your house, you're done. You're not going out getting shit faced at that point. So I think that's the safer way to go. Absolutely. If we had something cool like that to do, it would have been like that. But man, we were just bouncing from place to place. Bill Young, I was born in 76. By any chance checking out the San Jose Toy Show this weekend? Oh, Guru, did you hear? I heard on Kilo today that they were doing some Cosmic Con in Colorado Springs this Saturday, I think. Never mind. I have a funeral to go to this Saturday. Grandma's funeral is this Saturday. We were at her house. We went to her apartment today and got a couple things out. One of the ladies that worked at Primrose, we have a lot of stuff, and they were trying to say that they didn't want to give the stuff to any of the workers because it took too long for them to get them, whatever. But my dad and I had met up with one of the workers, and she was like, we asked if anybody wanted anything, and she wanted this old dresser drawer. And of course, the dresser drawer Grandma's got is so old, and it's made of that solid wood, like they say, they don't make shit like they used to. And we took it to her and dropped it off to her house, and it has a mirror on it and real heavy duty stuff. But yeah, so Saturday's gonna suck, man. That's in Walsenburg, so we're gonna have to drive down Berg, and we got the service and stuff. And then Tila just fell over. Damn, I don't want to buzzkill. Shit, why'd I have to say that? Let's see. Let's keep going here. I just trying to ask her out. She declined. He got shot down. But you know what? Oh man. You miss, what did Wayne Gretzky say, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Got to take that shot. So I'm not a big toy collector, just a fan. Yeah. Timescales isn't a toy guy, man. He's a Doctor Who guy that's who he met Tom through Doctor Who, and then he met me through Tom, and yeah, that's how that kind of went. Did not hear about Cosmic Con, but my condolences for your lost grandma. Yeah, man, and I spent a lot of time with her, man. Those last 3 years, I was with her about 6 days a week. I'd go spend time with her every day. So, with me being off of work because I was injured, so I didn't have to work. So that was my thing. My normal daily routine was to get the fuck out of the house and, not be depressed with my pain and stuff. Would be 100% just go to grandma's for an hour or so and hang out and stuff like that. So definitely is going to be a really, really tough day. I'm not really grieving as much as I, like the first day we went over there to pick up some stuff, like I couldn't control it. Like I was just like, I wasn't like weeping or anything, but I just was crying, and I was walking through the hallway and getting closer to her room that I spent so much time with her there, her apartment, and we were picking stuff up, and I was just talking normal, but I was like, I couldn't keep it in. It was like crazy. But I know the funeral is going to be fucked. It's going to be really fucked up. So anyway. All right. I'm talking about way too many toys. Bandai and super imaginative Chogokin. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Brick. Yeah, I don't want to turn this into a little, sad little time, but yeah, it was, we'll change the subject here. We'll try for 1 month. Time relatives and friends. What? I'm not a redneck. Come on, man. I'm Italian. Italiano, Italiano. My family's from the boot. No, I'm just whatever. I live in Colorado. Colorado's not much redneck, man. I got more Hispanic friends than anything. Like the place Walsenburg, I grew up as probably 60 or 70% Hispanic, man. I was kind of like the outcast, white dude. Yeah, so There's a lot of Italians in Pueblo, though. I can say they always, yeah. Going back 2026 for 50th. Oh shit! Always Italian gone by is Siciliano. Yeah, my family is from Florence, so we're in the mountains up north. I still have some family, of course, because of the internet and Facebook and all that shit. I've met a lot of my cousins that live over there in Modena, and then I have some that moved around in Europe and stuff. But all the cool, Italians, American Italians, redneck, same thing. Yeah. San Francisco and work in Sacramento, and Jetman is Irish, so we're all over the place. That's the beauty of collectors, is it doesn't matter what nationality, background, or whatever. We all speak plastic, and that's the best part about it. So, guys, I am seriously losing my shit because I have been catching up with the chat and running up and down. And I looked over at my time just now. I'm at 2 hours and 11 minutes. Holy shit. How the hell did that happen? What the heck, man? Mount Fuji. All right. That's cool. When I watched your videos first time. You're from Southern Colorado. I know. I was in Albuquerque. I went to a bar in Albuquerque, and somebody came up and asked me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Well, I'm from Pueblo. I'm in Southern Colorado." And they're like, "It's so weird." And I go, "What?" She goes, "I couldn't place your accent." I go, "I don't have an accent." She goes, "It's like a mix between like a Canadian accent and a Mexican accent. I don't understand it. It's so weird. And you don't look like either one." And I'm like, "That's where I grew up. I don't know. That's where I live." That's hilarious. Immigrated to the U.S. in 1900. So my grandma, my great grandma Rose, came over in the late 1800s. So my grandma Fran, who just passed away, she was first generation born in the United States. So most of my family's all from over there, like earlier on. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. It's just crazy. I'm south, so I'm in Pueblo. So I'm Southern Colorado. I'm about an hour and a half from Columbine. That's kind of I just don't realize it. I guess you just talk, you talk the way you talk, and I don't know. I don't really think about it. So, but guys, I'm gonna probably 9:15 already. I'm gonna probably grab a bite to eat and maybe run over and check out Wraith Mace's because it's 11 his time, so he's probably going live right now. So I'm gonna jump over there. But thank you guys for hanging out, man. I had 17 in the live still, which I think I had 20 at some point, but not that matters. You know what? The people that were in here, I got quality people in my chat. You guys are all freaking awesome. This show was really, it was just me and you, right? You guys are freaking so good. I'm all over the place, but it's so much fun jumping from one thing to the next, and you guys kind of keep me going. So thank you so much, Brick, Motu Guru. Oh, we got Eldor coming in at the last minute. What's up, Eldor? Thank you, coming in from all the way from Eternia. So that makes Kenzo's Creations a universal show. Because I got Eternia in my place, baby. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will see you next week. I will do this again at the same time. I want to finish with that, so I'm not going to say that yet. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. I had a great time. You guys really, like I said, this community kicks so much ass. I need to figure out somebody who I need to beep with so I could get some, extra clicks for drama. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. Let's see. No, it's good, man. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. All the love. I feel it. And I thank you guys. And let's go get that mask. All those mask toys. Oh, they look so good. So, all right, guys. Well, as the Motu Guru will understand this quote right here, as the great Blinky the Clown once said, we will see you next week at the same time. But in the meantime, stay out the streets. Good night, everybody.